Hey guys, my name is Ross Holman. I'm the owner of Local Boy LLC. We are a special event service company located here in Riverside, California. On March of 2017, I had purchased 18 of your P90XLN speaker stands, and they've been phenomenal. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of feedback about them, show you all the things I've noticed about them. Having 18 of them for 3 years now. The stands themselves have been phenomenal. In the past, I've used OnStage. I've also used Ultimate Support. Those have been my go-to. And I was at the last NAMM show in 2017. My one and only goal was to find the ultimate speaker stand for my speakers. And so I came across your booth, and without a doubt, yours really stood out to me for several key features. Upon having it now for 3 years, I can tell you that these stands are hands down the best speaker stands I've ever had. They've been incredible. They've held up really well. I'm going to show you guys all the pros of how good they've been durability wise, and I'm going to talk to you about just some of the things I've noticed by having 18 of them in rotation for 3 years. First off, the design has been incredible. It's held up really well. I love the rubber feet on the bottom. Of all of my stands, I've only lost one little rubber on all of them, which is very low. It's really good. This is one thing that I've noticed that I've had to replace on many of them though, and this is the most common issue that I've had. These actually come undone, they get loose, it goes missing, and then all of a sudden this pops out, and so my guys at the event, they end up having to put tape on here to get through. I've been able to go to the local hardware store and find a replacement for these, but you'll notice that many of the stands suffer from this very common issue. It's the one thing that happens on these that I would say needs improvement somehow. I'm not sure what it would be, but this happens quite often where the original one comes off and it needs to be fixed. Going up to the tops, you're going to notice that the majority of them as well, they're missing these plastic caps. I think only maybe about 20% of them still have them. So I mean, those have definitely came off. Just about all of them, which is not a big deal. Doesn't affect anything with us because the speaker, as you can see on all of them, sits right there below where it has markers on all where it's been scraped up, but not a problem at all because you don't see that. It's under the speakers. As far as your guys' plastic housings, these have held up really phenomenal. I only have one that has a little chip in it. Other than that, every single one of them, as you can see, looks really great. As far as the actual screws that are being used all the time, I've had really great success with them. I've only had a very few of them that need it, so I'll send you over the ones that do. But what I've noticed is just a couple of them I had to replace them because the screws have become stripped inside and need to be swapped out, but not many, very few. As far as other things cosmetically, one thing I've noticed is that your guys' little logo sticker here, it's fallen off on quite a bit of them. So not a big deal, but just so you know, for branding wise, those do fall off, and just adding, I don't know, something on there to help you guys out. All of the other hardware has held up phenomenally. I have not had to replace a single one of these screws. I have only had to replace one of these screws out of all 18 of them in 3 years of it being out in rotation. All of everything else, as you can see, has held up just so well. I really love the design of how this actually hides into the actual pole right here when you open it and close it. It's beautiful, works great. I love your guys' lock system here. Automatically built in is so great, works so good for me. I love also the air pressure when it's going back down. It works phenomenal. I love it. I haven't had a single issue in any of my 18 units. Everything has worked spot on great with those. At the events, these have held up phenomenally. I've not had any issues with any of the steel. As you can see, these have been in rotation now for over 3 years, and look how beautiful they still look. They almost look new. Look at that. Now, granted, I have been, every time they go to an event, they go in this speaker bag, which I found to be really nice because it has 2 separate zippers. So every time they're going out, they are in a bag. But look at how nice they still look. Very little, they look just new almost still. So I mean, they've held up so well. I really do love them. I just need a couple of parts for them. And yep, keep making great speaker stands, guys. Thank you so much.